Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, doing a bit of Should You Summon for the 11th anniversary Super Sugo Fest Part 2. It is the release of Saint Garcia Saturn, one of the 5 elders, the very first Celestial Dragon 5 elder that will be coming in the game alongside the regular, and I want to repeat, regular legend jewelry Bonnie. So, bit of a lull period at the moment for the 11th anniversary. Obviously, we are in the middle of the Super Boss, which is like one of the big damage events. It's a lot of hype, building a lot of fun teams, and definitely the most fun I have playing the game is Super Boss, just trying to like tweak damage teams. Obviously alongside stuff like Assault, Rumble, PvP, and all that sort of stuff. But Saturn comes for the Pikqchu banner. As you can see here, the Pirate King Adventures for, like I said, Pikqchu versus Bonnie. This is where Saturn and Bonnie are going to shine in the game mode. On top of that, they're a booster for the Assault Rumble. So Assault Rumble is coming back as what it looks like to be a monthly affair. So Bonnie and Saturn are going to be a 1.5 times booster. With this knowledge, I might dive in on part 1. I might do some cheeky summons on part 1, but like I was sort of just planning on going in on part 2 for Saturn and then just ignoring Bonnie. But seeing the trusty character bonus in Assault Rumble does excite me a little bit. And Bonnie, look, she's not terrible, but definitely the aim for if you are summoning on this banner is to go for Saturn. So we're going to talk about the banner, talk about the characters, and sort of, well, like gloss over the characters. I've done a lot of discussion videos on the characters, which I'll have another discussion video out with Saturn tomorrow. It's out for members right now, but I do have it scheduled tomorrow to be released. Sort of like a deep dive into what the community thinks about Saturn and like getting a bit more information on what he actually does and if he's actually worth summoning for. So we do have part 1, 2, and 3. Saturn is a motion character animated illustration. So his artwork is the summoning animation, which is absolutely incredible. Like, it is a beautiful animation. But does the character really warrant it? So Saturn's on part 1 and part 2, Bonnie's on part 1 and part 3. We also have Bluegrass and Dole seeing rare recruits. Part 1 includes all Super Sugo Fests and anniversary exclusives, and all Sugo Fest characters from standard Sugo Fest up until February 25th. So I believe February 25th, I think, off the top of my head, is around Usopp Lilith and Nami and Sanji, I believe. Out of them, 20 selected Sugo Fest characters, including Roger and Odin and Monkey D. Luffy, are rate boosted, and then part 2 and 3 will have 30 characters as usual. There'll be a bunch of Rainbow Gem sales. You'll love to see that. And then these are the new characters. So again, we have Bluegrass, we have Dole, we have Saturn, and we have Bonnie. The event period starts tomorrow, as of me recording this video, the 29th PST, for part 1, the 30th, and the 31st for part 2 and part 3, going all the way through to June 28th. So this will probably be the end of the 11th anniversary, the June 28th marker. Part 1 banners, they do like to get rid of them fairly quickly. So the part 1 banner is only around for about 2 weeks. And if you don't summon there, or if you do summon there, you do want to try and hit that particular milestone step before that 11th of July point. So, taking a look at part 1, there's a red on the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Rate boosted Sugo rare on the 6th. 10th is an all Sugo Fest poster. Damn, that's okay. The 10 multis there is like real juicy. The first 5 is real juicy, and then the 6 multis is quite good too. And then you throw 10 being all Sugos. After that, everything is like kind of whatever. It's a limited pool Super Sugo Fest character. I had a feeling they would do this. There's no real world where they throw like a regular legend and then Saturn as the 30th step, because like it'd be nice to do 30 multis and get one with the new characters, but if you pulled Bonnie on that step, like you're gonna be pretty pissed off. Like, it's a Super Sugo banner, for crying out loud. So I do not recommend a lot of players summon on part 1, just straight up. If you want both Bonnie and Saturn and you are planning on going in on their separate parts, if you miss out on them, and just sort of throw 10 multis at it, like that's something that I actually might do. But yeah, 10 multis does seem pretty juicy. But again, I don't recommend people summon on part 1. I reckon just go straight on part 2, get yourself a copy of Saturn and call it a day. The limited pool Sugo rare is on the 5th poster. 2nd and 3rd are guaranteed reds. 8th and 25th also have limited pools, while the 10th and the 20th has a super limited. 15th pool has a 50% chance at all reds, or 50% chance of a red rate per poster. And then the 30th multi on part 2 is Saturn, and then part 3 is Bonnie, as always. So let's take a quick look at the parts. Okay, so we have Int Luffy, rate boosted, alongside Saturn. And then we also have Uta, and we have the Sulongs rate boosted as well. That's pretty interesting. And then the Super Sugos we have here, and the limited pool characters, it's going to be the Strength Luffy, Black Bidden Law, and Ace. So if you go to 30th multi, and you pull Ace, you'd be pretty upset. I'm not gonna lie. Not that Ace is bad, but like that man's been out for a year. And like, yeah. Like they could have thrown like Sabo on here or I don't know, something fun. But man. Part 2, which is where I think a lot of people should summon. Damn, part 2 looks really good. You got Saturn, Sabo, Kid vs. Law, and then Yamato. Ace is also on this part 2, so like there's just no reason to summon on part 1, like at all. Anniversary exclusive characters, you have Lulu, Strength Luffy, Big Mom Katakuri, Kaido and King. Yeah, part 2 seems like a shout. And then yeah, Usopp Lilith is what the February 25th banner. Halloween Uta's here too. The Sword unit as well, who's going to be a great PvP option for Saturn's teams as well. Your limited pools, you've got Saturn, Lulu, Usopp Lilith, which is a great unit. Shanks vs. Kid, Kobe. Yeah, like part 2 is definitely the wave. Like you definitely want to be summoning on part 2. Super limited steps really, really good too. Besides maybe Halloween Uta, even though she's really good in Rumble, like that step is really, really nice. Like Usopp Lilith, I would put in like the anniversary exclusive category. They're that good. And then for part 3, you have the new Bonnie. We have like Roger Releigh good, Odin Kimon Denjiro, Zoro Kaku, and S-Snake are kind of whatever. Shanks is not it, the anniversary exclusive. The Luffy's good. Luffy vs. Kaido is good. Zoro Sanji's very, very good for people that are missing Zoro Sanji. But again, Zoro Sanji's been out for ever, so everyone should have that character, at least with a couple of dupes. And then Shanks is here as well. So part 3 honestly is kind of lackluster. Why do I keep doing that? It's kind of lackluster. You also have Nami and Sanji, and then the new Bonnie on the banner as well. Limited pool steps, and then rate boosted parts as well. So as I mentioned, if you guys are summoning or you want to summon, I would throw your gems at part 2. Because at the end of the day, Saturn's the big prize here. Even though he has his flaws, he has his downsides, Saturn is the character that most people should be summoning for. Like this is the guy that you want to be going for. This guy right here. Like look at this. My guy. Yeah, my guy. Okay. Yeah, like damn, that looks good. Like he's the one you want from this banner. And if you're a newer player, I would probably recommend not even summoning on this banner at all, and just going straight for the 11th anniversary part 1 Super Sugo Fest. The Nami and Zoro, Luffy and Sanji combination, it's pretty gross. So like, if you're a newer player, I would target this sort of banner and sort of throwing your gems at whatever part suits you best. And if you want to summon over here, part 2 is where you want to be. If you're a whale though, and you like to spend and you like to summon and throw 10 multis at part 1 as well, I would not hold that against you. But going past 10 multis on part 1 does not seem like a smart idea. Like it just does not seem like a very smart idea at all. Because at the end of the day, like if you end up having to do 40 multis for Saturn, like that's gonna suck. Don't get me wrong. But there's a good chance, like a real good chance, you pick him up before that. And if you pick him up in the first 10 multis over on part 1, or hell, maybe you pick him up and you pick up Bonnie, or maybe you pick up Bonnie and then you go into Saturn's part and you pick him up early over there. Like that's just going to be a huge shout and like a really, really good time. So I feel like that's going to be the play, and it all depends on sort of what you need for your account. Remember, part 1 has all anniversary exclusives, all Super Sugos, all legends up until the 25th. So you have a lot of really good dupes that you could pick up as well. Some of the rate boosted characters have very good PvP abilities, like Christmas Uta, for example. So that's going to wrap it up for me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, put a like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys are summoning. But yeah, well, most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Later!